Good day, students. Today we're going to look at the solution to long answer 5a found on page 161. It's part of your chapter 2 sample quiz in book 1 of your ma1026 booklets. Now it's asking us to solve the word problem by setting up a system of equations, and a system of course is two or more equations. So let's read the problem and see where we go. At Carrefour on Sunday, Salom buys 7 of his favorite chocolate bars and 2 cans of Red Bull for 20 reals. On Monday, he buys 3 more chocolate bars and 5 Red Bull for 21 reals. How much does it cost for 1 Red Bull? How much does it cost for 1 chocolate bar? So we're going to set this up using some variables. So you can choose any variables you want. X and Y are the most common. So let's let the cost of a chocolate bar, cost for 1 chocolate bar, let's say that equals X. Okay, so, and we'll say the cost for 1 Red Bull, let's let that equal Y. Okay, so now we want to try to set up 2 cost equations. So if he buys 7 chocolate bars, so follow that, he got 7 chocolate bars. Now what's a chocolate bar? X, right? Cost of a chocolate bar is X. So 7 times X plus, now we got 2 cans of Red Bull. The cost of Red Bull is Y, so 2 times Y equals the total cost for that, which was 20 reals. Okay, so it's a very simple cost equations setup, isn't it? Next day is 3 more chocolate bars. Now, chocolate bars are X, so 3X, and add to that 5 Red Bull, which is Y, so 5 times Y, and that's 21 reals. So pretty, not too bad to come up with the equations. Okay, and there's going to be full marks. You're going to get a mark each for each equation, so make sure you state these correctly, and you're halfway there. Now, how do we solve this? And again, the most popular method, multiplication addition, or often called elimination. Now I'm going to choose to eliminate one variable. Doesn't matter. Remember, I want the same number but opposite sign. So I'm going to choose to eliminate, I think I'll choose to eliminate the Y. So I'm going to multiply the top equation by 5. Now if I multiply that by 5, that'll give me 10 right there, right? So I want the opposite sign. So I'm going to choose -2 for the bottom one, and that way I'll get -2 times 5 is -10. So I have same number, opposite sign, therefore when I add they'll cancel. Okay, now remember to multiply the whole equation, right? The whole equation. So how do we do that? 5 times 7, just like a distributive property. So I'm rewriting this equation over here now. 5 times 7 is 35x. 5 times 2y is positive. 5 2s are 10y. And don't forget to, even over here on the other side, 5 times 20, you multiply every term by 5, is 100. Now I'm going to repeat that. -2 times 3x, I got -6x. -2 times 5y, that's -10y, equals -2 times 21, which is -42. Okay, so -2 times 21. So you can see I have both equations rewritten. Now we're going to add those equations together, and hopefully something cancels if we did it right. Let's have a look. 35 subtract 6 leaves me with 29x, and yes, look at that, that cancels. 10y and minus 10y equals 100 subtract 42, which is 58. Now of course you know what to do. Divide each side by the coefficient. So 29x, we divide that by 29, 58, divide that by 29, and it looks like x is 2. So that means x, which is the cost for 1 chocolate bar, is 2 reals. Okay, now how do we find the cost of the Red Bull? Well, we do what we've always done with this method. We take this and we substitute it back into either of our equations. It doesn't matter. Okay, so I got 7x plus 2y equals 20. So I'm going to take this x now and put it in here. Right, so 7 times 2 plus 2y equals 20. That's 14 plus 2y equals 20. Subtract 14 from both sides. I get minus 14. So 2y equals 6. Divide each side by 2. And y equals 3. So it looks like we have 3 reals for the Red Bull and 2 reals for the chocolate bar. Okay, now it's a word problem, so write a word answer. So you should write something like 1 chocolate bar equals 2 Qatari reals and 1 Red Bull equals 3 Qatari reals. So write your final answer, something like that. And you might want to check that by just multiplying and checking and see if it adds up to the right cost. Okay, but there's your answer, 2 reals and 3 reals, and that's how you set up a system and do that. Hopefully that helps. Bye bye for now.